По всей стране памятники ставятся.
Ну и что, нет, памятники это хорошо. Мне нравится памятник Ленину. Например, почему бы его и не поставить? Опять же, такая примета, где памятник Ленина, там, значит, наша территория.
Отмечаем захваченные территории памятниками.
Да, захваченные территории, как компьютерные игрушки. Ставим же флаг. Мы так...
Памятник Ленина поставили.
Ленину бюст. Все.
Отличный, по-моему, вариант.
Нет, все наше. Все, и Ленин смотрит, что ух.
Что знают наши дорогие американцы о Владимире Ильиче Ленине? Мы решили спросить их об этом самих. В Сиэтле есть памятник товарищу Ленину. Как он там оказался, почему у него одна рука в крови и пора ли его сносить, нам расскажут простые жители США. Мы опросили 50 американцев. Из них согласились поговорить с нами на видео 19. Салем Жолдас. Сегодня мы поговорим об отношении американцев к Ленину. Большинство американцев, к счастью или к сожалению, не знают, кем был Владимир Ильич Ленин. Do you know who is that?
I do not know who this is.
You don't know at all, yeah?
No.
You don't know what country he's from?
Nope.
Do you know a lot about him? Have you read about him?
Not a whole lot about Lenin, no.
Okay. Why people don't read more after they see a statue, of him?
Well, I don't know why. I mean, people don't read almost a full stop. I mean, you're some of the only people in here. Exactly. It's quiet.
Yep, that's sad to hear. You were never curious? There is like description there, like what does it say, who this person was?
So the thing is, like when I pass the statue, it's always me driving past by. It's never me walking past by. The only reason why I'm here walking past by the statue is because I'm getting a tattoo, and the tattoo shop is like right down there.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know who this guy is? You don't know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Why is his statue is here? No.
I have no idea.
What about the taste of it? Do you like at least the back of it? I don't know. Have you seen the front of it?
I usually don't pay much attention to it.
You don't pay much attention to it?
No.
Okay. That's very interesting. Very curious. Yeah. And you don't mind it being here, yeah?
No. I mean, I'm just waiting for a sandwich.
Большинство людей еще до начала съемки предупреждали: мы не знаем, кто такой Ленин, мы не знаем, кому этот памятник. Либо говорили, что нам тебе нечего сказать в камеру, поэтому пойдем-ка мы дальше, а тебе удачи. Но те, кто знали, рассказывали много интересного. Начнем с американской белой молодежи. Do you know anything about Lenin himself?
Well, no, probably not enough. I probably know a little more about Stalin, but not enough about Lenin.
Ooh.
Yeah. What should I know about Lenin?
What do you know about him? Tell me at least something, like he was...
I believe he was, well, he's from Russia.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe he ran a little revolution, the Leninist party, or...
Okay.
Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know.
Bolsheviks, yeah.
Yeah, the Bolshevik Revolution, yeah. That's a good revolution.
Yeah. So...
Heard he's a pretty bad hombre, as far as guys go. I think he has a pretty high death toll. A lot of people died because of this guy.
Okay. That's curious.
Right? That's about it.
Totally right. Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay. And why is this guy is a maniac and killed so many people? Why is a statue?
Why do we have a statue here in Seattle? You read the placard, right?
Yeah.
A very fantastical tale about finding him. I think it's just an art installation.
Yeah, but people are walking around and they're like, hey, this is Lenin, and then they're Googling him, and then they're founding what communism is, and then they are becoming more hateful to the current government and less favorable to that government, and then it's like injecting an idea in society, this monument. Do you think it's suitable? Do you think that's how it should be?
Sounds like good art. Injecting ideas, making people think and research about history. It sounds like great art. It sounds like a great installation.
Okay, and you mentioned that you know more about Stalin. What do you know about Stalin? Why do you know more about Stalin?
To be honest, I play a lot of World War II games, and Stalin was the great leader of World War II. There's a lot of. I like the T-34 tanks. I'm kind of a tank nerd, Okay, but as far as the political side of Russia in the 20s to 50s, I don't know enough.
I've always appreciated that some guy actually kind of like in a really weird capitalist way went to a junkyard and bought this thing and then brought it to Seattle.
Okay, okay.
It's weird.
So who is it? Do you know?
Oh, it's Lenin. That's Vladimir Lenin from the Russian Revolution.
Okay, what did he do? Why is he famous?
Well, he basically changed the course of 20th century history. But he was like the leader of Russia during the communists.
In which way he changed the way of the history? Or?
Exactly, yes. He wanted to start revolution, overthrow the king, the czar, and then so he helped start the revolution.
Okay.
For communism. Oh no.
Okay. Had any influence on the U.S., on the Western world?
No, that's absolutely incorrect. He had influence on Western world, but he was like the enemy kind of in a way, because like he's like communism. So I don't know much about it, but yeah, you know, Americans not supposed to like communism.
Okay, but if Americans don't like communism, what the hell the statue is doing here?
Oh, Fremont's a weird place. So like you have the statue here, and then you have like there's a rocket ship that way. Fremont's supposed to be kind of like ironic. Right, so that's the idea.
And do you approve it being here? Why?
Two thumbs up.
Hey, 2 thumbs up.
It's hilarious. It makes people stop. I mean, I'm talking to you guys about this, right? So it's like, it's just a very weird thing that everyone comes and goes, why is this here? And that's the point, because you kind of stop for a second and you enjoy all of the sun and you enjoy the weirdness of this.
Okay,
it's just cool.
Okay. Don't you think people will turn into communists because of this monument?
Yes,
you know?
all of us are going to become communists. Every time I go by this statue, I always start saying how much I hate capitalism and how much I just can't stand the oppressive nature of the system. And then I wonder if I'm wearing any red, and I have no red on, and so I can't be a communist without wearing red. It's the worst. So the statue makes me mad because it makes me hate capitalism, but then I love capitalism because I have to buy red so I can fight capitalism. So yes, that's statue.
You're good. What do you think about it? Does it look good for you?
I think it's dope. I love the hand. I love how it's bloody, and I'm not sure why it is bloody.
Oh, you're not sure why it's bloody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I know that's Lenin. It's a statue that's been here for forever.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I know some people think it's supposed to be, if I understood correctly, it's supposed to be depicting Lenin himself having blood on his hands. So, and I believe it's actually the statue itself is technically for sale, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
But yeah, so I wouldn't say it's a divisive, but there's a lot of interpretive aspects about the statue by Seattleites and people around the area.
Nice. What do you think about Lenin himself?
Not a fan. I mean, I'm not a communist, not a socialist. I think it's regardless of your intentions, the philosophy has led to millions upon millions of deaths. So.
But there are several reforms that were proceeded in Soviet Russia that were taken by other Western countries. For example, paid time off or paid time leave for women when she had a birth, maternity leave. It was all introduced in Soviet Union, and then it was taken by Western countries. You know.
Yeah, I mean, well,
maybe that's why his monument is here. I don't know.
I don't think that's the reason why. If we're talking about that specific monument and why it's in Seattle, I don't think that's the particular reasoning.
Okay.
But and not to say that those reforms that you brought up are bad things. But if we're talking about the statue itself, I don't think that's. Or at least I haven't seen the evidence that is specifically associated as to why this statue is here.
Do you think it should be removed from here? Or not? Or it's where it is?
I think technically it's on this area, the strip that it's on is private land. So
what's your personal opinion if you would be deciding?
If I owned it, I'd feel fine displaying it as is, with essentially showing that it's like Lenin himself has blood on his hands.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, if you're asking if I would want to buy the statue, I would.
Okay.
This is Grandpa Lenin.
Grandpa Lenin?
Grandpa Lenin, yes. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin.
You can speak Russian, yeah.
I speak a bit of Russian. I was born in Russia, and I left when I was like 7. So I speak some Russian. I have an accent though.
Okay, that's good. Grandpa Lenin, how do you know him? What do you know about him?
Well, so So as I said, I was born in Russia.
Okay.
So I actually studied when I went to the school. There was still communism around, right?
Okay,
So it
okay.
was obligatory for us to study,
Okay.
the Soviet doctrine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And do you think this monument should be here?
It's a good question. For entertainment purposes, maybe yes. Whether the guy represents anything that the people should believe or follow, absolutely no.
Yeah, but people will start searching who he was, why his monument is here. Maybe they will start reading his book. So
Right.
this statue is probably doing some harm to our society.
Well, I don't think that books should be outlawed. People should be free to read whatever they want to and reach their own conclusions. Then again, obviously, once they are exposed to this guy, right, in the history, they should be exposed to all sides of it, not just what the communism wants us to think about the guy, but also what the other people want us to think, right?
Откуда же там взялся памятник Ленину? К моему удивлению, лучше всего эту историю изложил...
Я знаю, как он сюда попал.
Давай, расскажи.
Когда в Польше сносили памятники Ленину, тут жил какой-то мужчина из Польши, он решил купить себе этот памятник, и он заложил свой дом, чтобы этот памятник привезли именно в Сиэтл, и пока памятник плыл, он умер, и его семья, когда заходила в наследство, им сказали то, что дом заложенный, но у них есть памятник, и они не знали, куда его деть, они хотели его утопить в море, но правительство США им не дало, и его поставили здесь.
Ну это же дорогое место, они заплатили большие бабки, чтобы он здесь
Но иногда
стоял.
он стоит в бюстгальтере, иногда он делает...
Это я знаю, да. Изначально почему-то его поставили сюда.
Не знаю именно почему сюда, но я знаю то, что его закупал мужчина, и его семья отдала ему. Потому что им было невыгодно его с ним что делать.
А как ты его оцениваешь вообще? Через 2 недели у него день рождения, вот 151 год.
Ну а теперь я узнал, что у него день рождения. Нормально, пусть стоит.
Серьезно? Ну он же столько крови вообще в этот мир принес, там миллионы истребил.
Но это же памятник, это же не человек.
Да, но все равно стоит ли?
Не знаю.
Не знаешь,
Прикол, да, это просто по приколу. Кто прилетает сюда с России, с Украины, все идут сюда смотреть на него.
Интересно, да. То есть ты за то, чтобы он здесь оставался, стоял как часть истории, да?
Да.
Выходцев из бывшего Союза оказалось довольно много. Я их буду считать американцами, так как они все уже проживают много лет в США, являются частью американского общества, платят налоги, трудятся здесь, работают. Почему же у памятника рука в крови? Признаться, я думал, это инициатива от штата или государства. Дескать, Ленина мы сохраним, но рука у него будет всегда в крови. Оказалось, что это инициатива отдельного гражданина, который хулиганит таким образом. Когда я приехал в США 10 лет назад, кстати, памятник выглядел вполне себе прилично.
I've been working here for 6 or 7 months, and throughout the months, the city will come and power wash the paint off, and then a few days later, there's some local guy, I assume, and he'll spray red paint on his hand or I've seen it smattered on his jacket. Sometimes he has a bit on the sidewalk. He makes a nice big mess, but some guy's continually defacing Mr. Lenin here with the intent to, I assume, show people that he's got blood on his hands. A little literal, a little on the nose. I don't know when he does it. I've never seen him do it.
Okay.
It's
No
like
videos.
No videos. No, I don't know. Maybe there is. I've never seen him do it though. But it's funny. I see guys with power washers scrubbing his hands of the blood, and then 2 days later he's bloody again.
I don't understand. Does the city take care of this monument, or the government, or the
I don't know who it
private
is.
person is taking care of it?
I just see a team. They're not like in any garb, and I haven't talked to them, but I've seen teams out here with a power washer scrubbing it off.
Interesting. Кстати, оцените наш приятный разговор с этим мужчиной из Таджикистана. Я прям почувствовал этот центральноазиатский вайб. Чем-то прям родным повеяло.
Интересно. Хочется сфотографировать и пост оставить в Вайбере.
Вайбер?
Да.
На аватарку?
Да.
А
Чтобы весь Таджикистан посмотрел, что тут Ленин есть.
А сами-то вы одобряете? Вроде Ленин столько крови принес мир, там репрессии, все эти, кровавая революция.
Эта история, нам всем нужно знать об истории, чтобы для изучения.
Для изучения?
Да.
И американцы должны знать.
Да, да, тоже, да.
А как вы сами оцениваете, Ленин больше положительного сделал или отрицательного?
Как бы 50 на 50. По положительным тоже, потому что как бы из-за него революция прошло. И без революции как бы не было фридома, по-моему.
А в Таджикистане люди стали лучше жить после революции?
Да, да, конечно.
А после того, как Советский Союз
Да.
распался, тоже лучше жить?
Но в Советском Союзе нормально было, больше нормально, чем сейчас.
Пожалуй, единственной яростной антикоммунисткой, последовательной, оказалась полячка.
Lenin's monuments in many places in the country.
Okay.
But after communism collapsed, they disappeared.
Okay. To the US.
You know, I think that it depends how you look at this. If for you a monument is something what is honoring people, then he shouldn't be here.
Okay.
But Fremont is a very special place, and what doesn't go somewhere else, it goes here. And maybe people know who is Lenin if they come and look at this.
Oh, who was Lenin?
And who was Lenin?
Yeah. Who was
So-
Lenin for you? Like, was he a negative person or
Oh, for me it was definitely negative.
why?
person.
Why?
Well, because he's communist and I know a little bit of history of communism
Yep.
and what system it was. So if I hear in this country about socialism and communism, then people, you have no idea what you are talking about. Go and live in this regime and then you will know.
But you know, when Lenin came to power, he introduced several things, you know, on the government level, like 8 hours workday, maternity leave, insurance for workers. And when he did that in Soviet Union, other countries had to follow him, you know. In the West, they had to change the system, you know. In some countries, they introduced universal health care, not like in the US. Europe, the Western Europe changed, you know.
Well, you know, it all looks good on the paper,
Okay.
but in a real life,
Okay.
no, it doesn't. Maybe it was 8 hours working day, that's true. It was also, the people work on Saturday, maybe half a day, but they did. But they had completely nothing because government was owner of every single business. So forget about having a little store, bookstore, big store, Amazon or whatever.
Okay,
It didn't exist.
But
so
Amazon has become itself a government, you know. They control everything. They're like a monopoly, you know. Like you can't open a website where you can sell books because
You
Amazon
can.
will out. What? Well, you can, but no one will go to you because Amazon will outcompete you. You know, they'll make cheaper prices for their books.
yes, but on
And
the
then you-
other hand, if you think that you cannot sell by yourself, what you can do is sell on Amazon your books.
No, but it's like
Right?
you're part of Amazon. Then you're like.
Even if I wanted, I don't buy from Amazon everything, but if I cannot get from another store that they tell me I will wait 4 weeks, and here I wait a week, I will buy from Amazon if I need something.
Okay.
So Amazon is not that bad. Now Amazon will move to Bellevue and Seattle will stop complaining about Amazon.
Да. Возможность открыть книжный магазин намного важнее, чем оплачиваемый отпуск и бесплатная медицина. Так получилось, что между опросом полячки и таджика мы задали вопрос российской иммигрантке из соседнего городка. И как вы к этому относитесь, то, что здесь, в Америке, в либеральном городе, стоит памятник Ленину?
Нормально мы относимся, мне только не нравится, что у него руки вот в красном.
Тут показывают, что он истребил миллионы людей лично.
Мне кажется, это тоже часть истории, но почему нет? Почему нет?
А
То
как
есть
вы сами оцениваете Ленина?
Ленина.
Положительно, отрицательно? Там? Больше хорошего сделал или больше плохого?
Наверное, отрицательно, скорее отрицательно, чем положительно. Да.
Что его отрицательность? В чем его отрицательность?
Ну, наверное, для Советского Союза это был не очень хороший период, который начался после него. Вот эти 80 лет.
80 лет?
Да. Вот это вот социализм,
Почему
коммунизм.
там бесплатное образование, там бесплатные
Ну да, какой
медицина
ценой?
там?
Вот мы как раз ехали, обсуждали, какой ценой только это все
Какой
досталось.
ценой?
Ценой
Миллионы?
жертв, и экономика была отброшена назад. И, в общем, то, что мы имеем сейчас в России, как раз...
Советский Союз же был супердержавой номер 2 в мире, да?
За счет чего? За счет холодного оружия только?
Да нет.
Не только холодного, вообще
Там,
за счет
скажем,
оружия.
потребление мяса, скажем, у нас было такое же, как и в США, иногда несколько лет превышало даже. Да.
Ну вот так мы считаем. Да. Вы хотите поспорить?
Нет, мне просто интересно ваше мнение. Просто одни говорят так, другие говорят так, и мы сами не определились.
Понимаете, любой период общественный, он имеет свои плюсы и минусы, безусловно. Что-то сделано было, безусловно, и хорошего, и много было и плохого, и последствия, соответственно, и хорошие, и плохие. Поэтому всегда есть какой-то элемент исторического, вот знаете, такой справедливости.
Вот то, что сам памятник здесь.
То, что он здесь, меня удивило это. Я что-то слышала про это, но вот я первый раз, мы приехали в Сиэтл на такую игру «Бегущий город» называется. Мы сами из Портленда. И мы вот проходили мимо этого памятника, да, меня это удивило, само наличие здесь Ленина, да.
Да. Ну вы слышали же, что это вот побережье, оно такое левацкое, знаете, здесь вот автономия была сиэтловская, тут всякие эти протесты, коммунистические партии, социалистические
Ну знаете, раз
партии
стоит, значит народ нормально к этому.
А может это наоборот работает, его сначала сюда поставили, и он как заразу распространяет там эти левые идеи, вирус, знаете.
А вот у вас что.
Да.
Ну, не знаю.
Может все-таки снести?
Я не буду в этом участвовать и призывать никого не буду.
Ну окей. Правый француз, кстати, высказал очень взвешенное мнение. Do you know who is this?
It's Lenin.
What did he do? Why is he famous?
Well, it's what Americans hate. It's communism. So yeah, he worked on the socialist movement.
Do you think he had a positive influence on the history or negative influence on the history?
He had an influence on history. I don't know, negative for some, positive for some other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do French people think about Lenin?
Depends on which side of the political spectrum they are. If they're more on the left, they like him, but if they're more on the right, they won't. Yeah.
And where are you at? Left, right? Or most of society is now leftist? Or
I'm more on the right side. But
on the right side?
Yeah,
Okay, interesting. So, do you think this monument should be here? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah. Really. Yeah.
It shouldn't be here, or should
no,
be?
It should be. It
Why?
should be.
Why? He's
well,
like
because he's a historic figure, and
historic figure.
he deserves his place here. Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Ну вот вам несколько невнятных товарищей.
Well, we don't know a lot about history about Lenin.
Okay.
So.
But you know who he was, right?
Yeah, he was one of the leader in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Right, in the World War II time, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, yeah. So that's all we know. We don't know a whole lot about history.
Are you from Seattle or?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Seattle.
Okay. Nice. Do they teach in school?
Yeah.
Who was Lenin? What?
Well, in
History
practice.
during the war, yes, and the communism aspect, yes.
Okay. But he's a communist, and we live in free country, right? Why is he
Yeah,
here?
it says over there it causes a lot of controversy, but
Okay.
you know, it's not ours.
What about your personal opinion? Should he be removed or?
Well, probably yes, because it stands for a lot of things we don't believe in, but at the same time, it's just history.
Yeah. Do you know who is it?
I think it's Lenin, right?
Lenin?
Yeah.
Okay. What did he do? Why is he?
It's a
famous?
common crisis or something like that.
Okay.
And yeah, from my perspective, I think it's a little different from what most Americans think.
Okay.
American is, I'm not sure. Yeah.
You can take a look. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because like I think America has a different theory.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of history, so I may be totally
Where are you
wrong.
originally from?
I'm originally from China.
But Chinese all know Lenin probably because
Yeah.
Mao is like a follower of Lenin, right?
At least for me, I don't actually follow anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people, like especially my parents or like grandparents. Those generations, they might have somebody to follow, but at least for new generation, like people don't actually have something.
Мне очень понравилось мнение этого парня. So here is a statue of Lenin, as we understood. Do you know who he was?
Yes.
Okay, who he was?
Yeah.
Who do you know? Tell me more about it.
Well, general understanding, he was one of the leaders of the communist movement.
Okay.
In Russian.
Okay. Do you think this monument should be here or it shouldn't be here?
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Honestly, it adds character to the community, and they dress it up around the year. I don't know, it's cool.
But you know, this guy, he killed like millions of people personally, you know, and why is it suitable to be here, you know?
I mean, honestly, whatever the community decides to have in their community, they should have it.
Okay. But don't you afraid that people will start thinking about communism, about socialism, and start changing the system, overthrowing our government?
I think that any individual and group of individuals, the community decides how they want to be governed. If they decide that communism is what they want, then they should be able to do that.
Okay. Вот такие дела, товарищи. Сразу скажу, мнение это не всех американцев, а только в отдельно взятом штате. И даже в отдельно взятом богемном районе. Люди были там достаточно интеллигентные, интересные. Я уверен, что если бы я опрашивал в какой-нибудь Алабаме, Висконсине или на Гавайях, то знающих, кто такой Владимир Ильич Ленин, было бы в разы меньше. Ну что ж, с днем рождения, товарищ! Сиэтл тебя помнит.